boy, Hennythemoor, reporting live from the liquor store. How's everybody doing this fine Sunday afternoon, man? So, hey, y'all know I couldn't, go the whole day without talking to my clients in the liquor store, man. So, I'm gonna open the doors on up. I know it's Sunday, it's the Sabbath, so you ain't gotta get sloppy drunk, but I will have some communion wine on deck if you want to participate and get a little slizzle with your boy, on the early Sunday morning, man. So, hey, I thank y'all for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. And we got a couple things to talk about, man. The Dallas Cowboys do put pads on tomorrow. So tomorrow they're gonna get in the pads. They're gonna actually be doing a little bit more hitting. They will be a little bit more physical. So you'll be able to gauge some different stuff going forward, man. Well, I'm gonna give y'all some updates. We're gonna talk about some things said in the news and the media, and I'll just give y'all my reaction to how I feel about the stuff they're reporting on, man. Hey, Miss Regina Green, what's up with you? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. Thank you. Salute to you for rocking with your boy on this Sunday. Hope all is well. So, hey, y'all know the usual rules and regulations when y'all coming to the liquor store. See, I finally got it down because y'all know I was struggling saying regulations for like a week. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me, but I finally got it down. But yeah, y'all know the usual rules and regulations when y'all come to the liquor store. I don't require much. I just need y'all to do a couple things to help your boy out. First and foremost, the first thing you can do for me, hit that like button. If you hit that like button, it'll help us manipulate this algorithm. That's how YouTube is. The more likes it's on a video, the more people can find their way in here. So, it'll promote it a little bit more, the more likes is on it. So make sure y'all hit that like button so more folks can find their way into the liquor store. Then after you hit that like button, I need you to turn around and hit that share button. Because if you share the content, you put it on more platforms. You put it on your Twitter. You put it on in your favorite Facebook group. You put it on Twitch or Steam, wherever you put it on. You'll put it in front of more eyes and more folks can come to the liquor store and get drunk with us on a Sunday morning. So, first hit the like button, turn around, hit that share button. And then after you hit the like and share, I need you to find the nearest Eagles fan and slap the shit out of them, man. Because if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, I will be able to give you half off of all the merchandise inside the liquor store. Yo, what's up with your Raymond Silas? Find that Eagles fan and slap the shit out of him on this Sunday, man. Lay hands on him, man. Michael Lockhart, what's up with you, my boy? Lay hands on the Eagle fan early Sunday morning, man. Slap the shit out of an Eagles fan on the Sunday, man. Big Benny Rich, what's good with you, man? I need you to go ahead and find your Eagles fan and slap the shit out of him, man. Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, my brother. So, those are the three cardinal things you got to do inside the liquor store. You must hit the like button, you must hit the share button, and you must slap the shit out of the Eagles fan. Now, I can let you make it with everything else, but those three things are requirements to participate in the liquor store. So make sure you hit the like, the share, and hit that Eagles fan upside the head. Hey, Mr. Eddie Lockhart, what's up with you? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. Salute to you. So after you do that, man, I got one more thing for you, and this is not a requirement. This is just an opportunity, right? This is an opportunity for y'all good people to go to a game. Right, I'm still giving away tickets to the Dallas Cowboys versus the Eagles game. It will be the one in December. It will be the home game in AT&T Stadium. And as you know, the Eagles have not won in Dallas since 2017. So that's a long ass time. You can damn near guarantee that's a victory. And listen, it doesn't even matter if Dak Prescott plays. They lost a home game against us to Andy Dalton. They can't beat us in Dallas. So if you want to go and see a surefire victory by the Dallas Cowboys, all you got to do is hit the Cash App, which is $Hennythemoor, or you can hit the Super Chat or Super Stickers. It's $10 an entry, and I will be giving away 3 separate prizes. First place winner is going to get a ticket to the game. It's going to have a seat attached to it. So you can kick back, put your feet up, drink your mojito, drink your Calvarita, drink your gin and juice, whatever drink of choice that you want. You can sit back, relax, and you only gotta get up out that seat if you want to jump up and down for joy when the Dallas Cowboys score a touchdown, or if you want to get up and make some noise when the Dallas Cowboys are on defense. Second place winner is going to get a ticket to the same game, but it will be for standing room area only. Still dope from what I'm hearing, right? They say it's still dope. You still get to interact with the fans, still get to walk around and parlay. It should still be a great time, man. And then last but definitely not least, the third place winner is going to get a PlayStation 4, or they will receive a Dallas Cowboy jersey of their choice. So if any of that sounds like it's up your alley, or if you just want to participate and help your boy Hennythemoor, grow the channel and be able to afford to go places to bring y'all more content, hit the Cash App or hit the super chat or super stickers, man. But now that I got that little infomercial out the way, let's talk about it. And listen, it's Sunday, and I hate to say this, but Jerry Jones is a damn lie. I just want to start with that. Like, how you gonna get in front of everybody and their mama and sit there and lie like that? Jerry Jones is lying in front of the camera for no reason. Like we ain't got computers. Hey, what's up with your Craven Cowboys? Thank you for tapping in. Stephen White, my guy T. Richburg, what's up with you, my brother? Thank you for tapping in. Big Benny Rich, Jeffrey Smith, what's up with you, man? How you living, my boy? Appreciate you. Rev Rebel, Buck Wayne, what's good with y'all, man? Hey, y'all good people, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share button on the way in, and make sure you slap your Eagles fan, man. You ain't got to be a serial slapper like the boy Neil, but you got to at least slap one Eagles fan on your way in. Lucky Johnson, what's up with you, man? Thank y'all for tapping in and showing love. But yeah, man, Jerry Jones is a damn lie. And listen, I'm trying not to, be so vulgar on a Sunday, but he's sitting here lying to everybody and their mama. He said lying harder than Jonathan Major, false allegations. Hey, man, listen, they show try to do that boy dirty, but they say that all that stuff was false and they got evidence to back it up. So crazy. But let's take a look at the comments that got me calling this man a lie on the Sunday morning. I be trying to be better, do better. But, I got to just go ahead and pull it up. Okay. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones on what needs to happen to resolve Zach Martin's situation. Nothing. He'll come to camp. Praise Martin as a player. It's about facts. We need the money to pay Parsons. Lies. We need the money to pay the players that we've got to pay in the future. That's a fact. All that is untrue. How many times have I sat here on my platform and informed y'all about the flexibility of the salary cap? There is always a way to manipulate the cap in such a manner that you can create salary cap to make signings that you want. Granted, right, what he's talking about is the future, right? So you do have to kick the can down the road and eventually pay the piper, but there's always a way. So, for example, the Dallas Cowboys actually save about $10.2 million by giving Zach Martin an extension, right? Hey, thank you. Hey, shout out to Miss Regina Green for the $50 donation. I thank you for the love, and that got you 5 raffle entries. So thank you, and I appreciate you for your support. And if y'all want to be like Miss Green and improve your odds of winning the Dallas Cowboys ticket raffle, all you got to do is either hit the Cash App as she did, or you can hit the super chat or the super stickers. But I do appreciate you for the love and support. And Miss So Over It, I did also receive your $20 donation earlier. So I received that, and I did put your raffle entries in. So thank y'all for y'all love and support. I really appreciate y'all, good people. So Jerry's wrong for what he said, because it's not true. It's not true at all. So granted, the Dallas Cowboys save about $10.2 million in salary cap space next year if they were to give Zach Martin an extension. Matter of fact, you don't take my word for it. So let's go ahead and just pull up Zach Martin's contract on Over the Cap. Let me set it for an extension. Now let me screen share it. Yeah, what's up with you, Tommy Montoya? Yeah, said Jerry full of horse shit again. I see. Geez. Yeah, hey, it's always too good to be true. They went ahead and did something right with the Trayvon Diggs extension. Now they trying to finesse Zach Martin, and I don't like it. Hey, what's up with you, Miss So Over It? Thank you for tapping in. And hey, I don't know you were on here, but I did receive that you sent, and I do appreciate you. So I got your raffle entries updated. So I appreciate you. Joe, what's up with you? He said, "What's up, Henny? I'm sharing your video and pushing the like button on both Facebook and YouTube. Pushing the like button on both. Yeah, thank you, my boy." He said, "Stay strong, Martin. Keep holding out. It'll resolve itself. I ain't tripping about that. Because either A, he holds out, and the amount of fines that he has to pay forces him to come back." Because he's under contract for the next 2 years. This year and next year, he's still under contract. He said, "Your son wants to be an Eagles fan." But hey, keep the faith, man. Just pray that the Dallas Cowboys are able to win a championship. You know, young kids love winners. You know, they gravitate towards winners. They gravitate towards the guys that they see holding trophies, and they strive to be like that. There's nothing wrong with that. So, you know, if you want your son to, you know, gravitate back towards the Cowboys, you know, just pray that we win a title this year. You know, yeah, put them on the prayer list for real though. Oh my God, he had to throw the. So yeah, let me share the screen so y'all can see this in regard to Zach Martin and the money you can save with an extension, Jerry. So Jerry, why you sit there and lie? You said you needed the money. You said that you needed the money, you know, for Micah Parsons. Well, first and foremost, I want y'all to understand this. Micah Parsons is not eligible for an extension until the end of this season. So going to next offseason is when Micah Parsons is eligible, you know, for an extension, right before his 4th season, right? So you don't actually even need money for this season. And if you did need to sign Micah Parsons, you have almost $20 million in salary cap space right now. But I digress. So this, if you look up here, this is what an extension will look like for your dead money and cap savings on Zach Martin. So an extension for Zach Martin would save you about $400K this year and about $10.2 million next season. So the Dallas Cowboys will be able, you know, to move money around, save cap space, and you will also be able, you know, to pay Zach Martin what he wants to have. Y'all give me 2 seconds. All right. When the wife calls, you know, I got a temporary stop what I'm doing. You know, I have to check on her. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Hey, you always gotta love your seed, man. Yo, Aaron Levitt, what's up with you, man? But this is the thing, Stephen White. Even though it's gonna take a major bag to secure Micah Parsons, extending Zach Martin actually gives you more of a bag to give Micah Parsons. Because remember, you need to get an extension done with Zach Martin to clear salary cap space, and you also need to get an extension done with Dak Prescott to clear salary cap space. Because extending Dak Prescott saves you about $26.2 million. Extending Zach Martin saves you about $10.2 million. So altogether, those two moves save you about $36.4 million to get the salary cap for next season, and you can use that money theoretically to sign Micah Parsons, right? So, you know, just based off the simple fact that you need money to sign Micah, you actually get the money that you need by extending these two guys. Those are only 2 moves you got to make to get a deal done with Micah Parsons, and then you could turn around and get CeeDee Lamb's extension done with that same pot of money, right? So that's why I'm not getting the fact that Jerry Jones said that they ain't got the money. They got the money. We've been talking. Listen, we've been on here for like a month talking about the salary cap. You know, we've been on here for about a month talking about the salary cap and how y'all had imaginary friends back in the day that was realer than the salary cap. There are ways to maneuver money around. There are ways to manipulate the cap to create, needed cap room to make these signings. Right. So I don't get it, because you're not paying anybody right now. You already paid Trayvon Diggs. And at worst case scenario, you still got CeeDee Lamb for another year after this. Right. So CeeDee Lamb is not finna walk out the door either. So you got time to work out CeeDee Lamb's extension. Michael Parsons' extension is you're not able to even extend him till next year. So what are you doing? What are you doing? It's more important. Zach Martin is more important to your offensive line, right now today than any other player. He is your best offensive lineman. Him being on the field changes the trajectory of your entire offense. So, I just need them to calm down. Exactly. I will listen, I will understand if the Dallas Cowboys did not have any kind of salary cap space right now. If we were in the red, right? If we were in the red and we had no ways of, going forward, we were poor, I would understand that. The Dallas Cowboys have the fourth most available cap space as of right now. The Dallas Cowboys currently have even more than that. It's even more than I originally thought. The Dallas Cowboys have $19.6 million in salary cap space right now. They have $19 million in salary cap space. The only three teams that have more salary cap space are the Chicago Bears, the Arizona Cardinals, and the Carolina Panthers. Those are only teams in the NFL that have more cap space than the Dallas Cowboys currently do. So you're telling me that the Dallas Cowboys have the fourth most. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it on screen just so y'all can see it. Just so y'all can see what I'm seeing. So there's no, confusion. This is the Dallas Cowboys right here. Let me see if I can highlight it. Nope, don't look like I can. Yeah, $19,668,161. Exactly what the Dallas Cowboys have in available cap space. All right, in available cap space, this is how much money the Dallas Cowboys have. Only three teams ahead of them. But you don't see, that stopping any other team. There are teams with way less cap space than us. Right. Yeah, there are teams with way less cap space making moves. So I don't want to hear that about Jerry. I don't want to hear that shit, because you're lying. You're lying. You do not need Zach Martin to play on his current contract to sign Michael. You actually need to figure out how to extend him. You need to extend him. You need to extend Dak Prescott. Y'all needs to get this done. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me, Jerry. Look at me, Jerry. Quit playing with me, boy. Shit, up here trying to finesse a Hall of Fame guard, man. Come on. But what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts about Jerry Jones' comments? Because they're unfounded. And we're educated enough as a fan base to know that Jerry Jones is just talking. The Dallas Cowboys can clear enough salary cap space to sign everybody and their mama. They can sign back Dak Prescott. They can sign back Zach Martin. They can sign back CeeDee Lamb. They can sign Terrence Steele. They can sign all these guys back. And you listen, I showed you the numbers. I'm the numbers guy. I showed you the numbers. It's doable. It is very doable. So, Jerry, quit playing with the church's money. Get it done, right? We can't leave our season. We can't depend on not having Zach Martin. We can't have our season hanging in the balance because you're too cheap to pay your disgruntled players. Makes no sense. All right, but now that I'm done, calling Jerry out for being a bold-faced lie, because that's what he is. You can pay Zach Martin, and it will actually help you in re-signing Michael Parsons. Quit playing with me, Jerry. Let's talk about some updates. So Kavonte Turpin, they were speaking to Kavonte Turpin. He said last year, coming from the USFL and not getting to do OTAs and the mini camp, I feel like this year I got to do those things. I feel like I'm ahead of where I need to be at coming from the offensive end. Come in, learn the plays, just feels like I'm in a wonderful spot right now. Coming in and being able to do those two things during the off season. This year, I'm trying to do everything. All pro, anything I can do since I got my rest during this off season. Coming in here with fresh legs, I just feel like right now I'm 100% of where I need to be. And hey, that boy was out there balling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you. I know it's camp. You know what I'm saying? I know it's camp. But he was out there giving Kelvin Joseph the business. Like he was out there really, he looked real good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know there was no, real game pressure. Hey, what's up with you, iRock? Thank you for tapping in and showing love. Hey, Double R, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in. Big Tex, what's up with you, my boy? Appreciate you for sliding in, man. Yeah, what's up with you, Desmond Ironman? Yeah, his quickness is unmatched, man. Like he got great quickness. I need to see him do it in a real game situation. But right now he look good in training camp. I'm not gonna lie to you. He looks phenomenal in training camp. So listen, just to piggyback on what Turp is saying, he played an entire season for the USFL before he turned around and became a Dallas Cowboy. So he was the MVP of that league. He played every single regular season game. He played every single postseason game that they were in. So granted, I think if I'm not mistaken, let me Google that. Let me see how many games that was. So let me try and pull. All right, so Kavonte Turpin played in 10 regular season games. Okay. Yeah, he played in 10 regular season games, in the UFFL. Then, hold on, let me go ahead and put this up here. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for your boy. So he played in 10 regular season games in the USFL, right, for the 2022 season, right? Did all this, then turned around. Hold on, get postseason. Remember, he was the MVP of this league, so let me see if I can find him. Yeah, then he played another postseason game for him. So altogether, Kavonte Turpin played in 11 games, right? He played in 11 games, then turned around and played in another 17 games for the Dallas Cowboys. Really, another 19 games for the Dallas Cowboys because he played 2 postseason games. So he appeared in 17 regular season games, 2 postseason games, and then he played in 11 games total in the USFL. So, like he had a lot going on, man. I know by the end of that season, he was probably wore down. He was probably tired. And, like he said, he didn't really get an opportunity to come in, and have a, hold on, I think somebody knocked on my door. Oh, okay. Yo, what's up with you, Charlie Jones? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. I appreciate you rocking with me, man. Thank y'all for sliding in here. He said, yeah, my man played 1.5 seasons. It's basically, he had there's a whole nother season. He played a whole season, a whole different league, regardless, of, of it not being the NFL, that's a lot. He's still taking contact, a lot of wear and tear on the body. He still was running the full length of football field. That's a lot. So, granted, he got an opportunity now to be a part of the offense going into this season. They're actually giving him first team reps. I don't expect him to be wide receiver 4, but I do expect him to come in there and get some reps, situationally. He will be a guy that you'll see some jailbreak screens thrown to. He is a deep threat. He has to run after catchability. So, I do believe that he is somebody that can add a new dimension to the Dallas Cowboys offense. And listen, there's never a wrong time to put a 4-2 guy on the field. Like in a modern NFL, you really can't teach speed kills. And when you have that kind of dynamic playmaker on your team, man, you got to get him out there. 31 likes, 43 in the chat, likes up. Yeah. Y'all help your boy out, man. Everybody that ain't hit the like button on the channel just yet, make sure y'all please hit that like button for me. Make sure y'all please hit that like button, hit that share button. And if y'all trying to go see the Eagle get their ass kicked, hit that Cash App or that Super Chat, man. So you might be able to win these tickets. But yeah, so yeah, granted, he played a lot of football before the season started. He played a whole lot of football before the season started. He said they packaged with him and Deuce. Hey, don't even think that's small. Think about if you put him and Tony Pollard on the field together. Tony Pollard runs a 4.3. That boy run a 4.2. You brought in Tyron Johnson, who's a former Charger, right? Averaged about 20 yards a catch, in his best season. He runs a 4.3. You got numerous guys on your team now that are actual speedsters that can take the top off. Even Jalen Tolbert is a 4.4 guy. Even Jalen Tolbert is a 4.4 guy. So your team, I don't know, I can't really say this is the most talented team that the Dallas Cowboys have ever had, but it is definitely one of the most explosive. Right? It's one of the most explosive easily. In terms of game speed, in terms of 40 times and all the other good stuff. Hey, football is football, man. The USFL is not the NFL, but it is still a league. He said, what do you think of Turpin learning to play running back? I don't think he has to learn it. They already hand the ball off to him. He did it. He did that in college too. That's one of the reasons why, and listen, I'm not saying he was going to be like a first round pick if, he had stayed at TCU. If the instant hasn't happened, he was going to get drafted. He was one of the most explosive players in college football. They used to throw in the ball, handle the ball, let him return it. He like a bolt of lightning, man. So, I don't think he had to learn running back, but I do think there will be scenarios where you hand him the ball and let him try and make plays. And you don't even have to, line him up in the backfield. You can, right? And that would also add a new dimension. Imagine lining him up as a running back and then, getting him matched up against a linebacker and allowing him to run a wheel route out the backfield or run a Texas route out the backfield. Right, it's a complete mismatch. There's not a single linebacker in the NFL that can keep up with 4.2 speed. Right, there's not a single linebacker out there that can keep up with 4.2 speed. Yeah, he will definitely project to be a draft pick. I don't remember, the draft seeding either, but he had a whole bunch of upside. I think it's definitely a combination of both. I don't think Kellen Moore, fully utilized a lot of guys on this team. And then also, when did he have time to learn the offense? Like he came right in at preseason. He didn't have no OTAs. He didn't do nothing. No rookie training camp, nothing. So, hey. But I do believe, given this opportunity, him having OTAs, a training camp, the opportunity to build a good foundation, I definitely can see him being a part of the offense going forward in the 2023 season. Speaking of which, man, I'm gonna play y'all a couple of clips. All right, before we talk about the new updates, I'm gonna play y'all a couple of clips from the Dallas Cowboys training camp, and then we'll discuss some of the things that they're working on. So granted, of course, no real pass rush, no pads on really. But it's not really about that. It's really about, the offensive formations they're working on, the play designs they're working on. I'd rather us take a look at that, discuss that, and then, we can, be more informed about what's going on around us. So let's start with this first one. Okay. So that was, and listen, that was a very simple concept. That was just a nice little play action pass. Brandon Cooks ran a nice little flat route, made a man miss, and got up the sideline. We all know how I feel about the Dallas Cowboys needing to utilize more play action for Dak Prescott, especially because he excels at it. If I'm not mistaken, all right, y'all seen the numbers, over 68% completion percentage, 48 touchdowns to only 11 interceptions over the course of his careers when using play action. So, I want to see more of it. Right? It's no secret that Dak Prescott is a better quarterback when he uses play action. And it's no secret that really helps a lot of quarterbacks. Right? That split second, of indecision for defenders, that allows offensive players to get open. Right, so I do want to see more play action. I'm glad that they're working on it. And it was a real easy throw. Normally in a Kellen Moore offense, right? And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but normally a lot of time the guy that would be in the flat would be the tight end, right? So a lot of times in Kellen Moore's offense, the tight end is the one that's going to release into the flat. He'll be the guy right there, that Dak Prescott is throwing to. And, there's not really a lot of run after catch, for tight ends for the most part. They're going to catch the ball, probably get a couple more yards, try to run through contact and go down. But when you switch it up, you have a wide receiver there, right? That opens up the opportunities, for these more shiftier players to make a man miss and, try to get a bigger chunk play, right? So that's a nice little wrinkle. So that is a nice little wrinkle that they're throwing out there. All right, so here's another one. Yeah!
So Patrick is there.
Yeah!
So Patrick is there.
All right. So, that was real simple. That was just a sluggo route, by Brandon Cooks. And you don't know, it's a slant and go. He faked the slant, stopped abruptly, and got back upfield for a goal ball. Completely, left Nation right behind, due to his speed and route running in this particular situation. And listen, that's what I like to see. When you run plays, right? Because we all know that slants are going to be a staple within the West Coast offense. When you plan on running something a high volume of times, you have to have counters to that look to keep defenses honest, right? So, case in point, and I'm not trying to continue to throw Kellen Moore underneath the bus or anything like that. But we all know that Kellen Moore used to run curls. He ran a lot of curls. Fourth most curls of any team in the NFL. But what he did not do at a high rate was run stop and goes, right? Stop and go. They show curl and then they go right back up the field. They fake the curl and they it's a deep shot. Fake the curl, then you go for the goal ball. Things like that would have kept this offense more balanced because you have to account for the deep shot off of the curl looks. So, that would make defenders hesitant of trying to sit on those routes and jump them. Right. We see a lot of time when these interceptions happen. It's because defenders are sitting right on the route. Right, defenders are sitting on the route. They don't respect the deep ball because you're not taking deep shots off of these looks. Well, if you're running slants, eventually the defender's going to try and cheat and get inside because they feel like the slant is coming. So if they cheat, they step inside to try and take away the slant, right? You can go right behind them at that point for the slant and go, and it'll be there for you. Right, so those are the things that I'm talking about. And listen, we talked about this. We talked about dragon, right? We talked about dragon, and we talked about lion. Dragon being a slant flat combo, lion being double slants. So if you're gonna run that many slants and that many different variations of slants, you need a counter punch, right? Just like in boxing, you just can't keep throwing a jab out there, right? You can't just keep throwing the jab out there. You need to set them up with the jab and hit them with the cross or hit them with the hook, right? You're using and the slants like lion and dragon. Those are the jabs in the West Coast offense. You're gonna set them up. You're gonna jab and keep hitting the mouth, pop them for 5 yards, pop them for 10 yards, pop. You pop them in the mouth, and then when they finally, try and adjust, that's when you take your shot using a sluggo. So that's why I'm glad to see it. Now, granted, we've seen a lot of beautiful things in training camp when Kellen was the offensive coordinator, right? Didn't actually see them do it over the course of the regular season. We seen Tony Pollard play slot receiver in training camp, several years. Didn't actually see him get too many snaps at slot. We seen a lot of motion in training camp. Didn't really see too much motion, in actual game situations, based on the numbers too, right? So they're showing it in training camp. My only hope is that the Dallas Cowboys, continue to do so over the course of the season, because I'm happy with that, right? Because I know that we're going to run a lot of slants. We need to have a counter action to that, right? Because listen, with Kellen Moore, if we actually have ran some stop and goes, I think the curls would have worked better. You know what I'm saying? If you had ran more stop and goes, I think the curls would have worked better for Kellen Moore. Yeah, Kellen Moore is listen, Mike McCarthy is his own person. But I'm still traumatized by some of the shit I've seen. I gotta see it. Now, granted, I believe that Mike McCarthy is a much better play caller than Kellen Moore. But I still just gotta see it. Maybe after the first game, I'll be completely convinced. But I'm about 90% sure that Mike McCarthy is going to get it done. I'm about 90% sure. Right, so we saw the wrinkle having the wide receiver in the flat over the tight end. We seen Brandon Cooks run a sluggo route. So let's check this next one out. All right, I'm gonna play it one more time. I probably should have looped that one because I like that little play. Play one more time. All right. So, nice little play action. I can't really tell, but it looked like they were running dagger. I need to see it from a different from a different angle, but it looked like that CeeDee Lamb was out there, on look like a dagger route. I can't really tell from that video alone though. But if it was dagger, y'all know that we talked about that in great detail. It said Lamb doing Lamb things. Hey, I like that. They said, "Damn, Lamb." Yeah, I had liked it that. Hold on. Man, hold on. Man, hold on. My stuff is tripping. Y'all bear with me. Y'all hold up 1 second. All right, we back now. We back. Yo, Michael H, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, man. I appreciate you. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that there was a dagger concept off of play action. At least it had looked that way. Can't be completely sure from that screenshot, but it did look like they were running some dagger. All right. Now let's go to the oops. I had to put that one back up. Now let's go to the last one. Beautiful football. The pick route, fade to the back pylon for CD Lamb. And listen, the defense, they try to pass it off, because either way, because he ended up passing it off so late and not recovering, he was basically wide open. But even if his original defender had tried to trail him, there was no way that he would have been able to stop that play. So I do like that play design. So far we've seen play action. We've seen we've seen some play action. We've seen some pick plays. We've seen what I believe to be dagger. So we're seeing some of the West Coast concepts that we've been talking about this entire time. We're seeing some of these West Coast concepts in practice from the Dallas Cowboys. I'm very excited to see it. Very excited to see it, man. That's why I like the short yard game. Get them punch drunk, then hit them with a haymaker. I facts. Yeah, that play fire. I saw it from the other side. I want to say that was play action too. What do you think the chances of Zach coming back? Zach Martin is going to come back. It's 100% chance that Zach Martin comes back. Unless he retires. Like he's stuck. Zach Martin is under contract for the next 2 seasons. He's going to get fined every practice he missed. He's going to get fined every game that he misses. So he'll be back regardless. So either he comes back on his original contract or they cave in and they give him an extension or a restructure. Either way it goes, he will be back. He will be a Dallas Cowboy. Granted, I don't know how happy his ass is going to be because I would be pissed myself personally if the Dallas Cowboys try to play me like Willie Foo-Foo. But, I digress. Yeah, I agree. So, he'll be back 9 times out of 10. Unless he done built up a nest, a nice little nest egg or something. So what are y'all thoughts so far from everything y'all seen for training camp? Y'all like the new direction of the offense? And listen, like I said, we'll know more. You know, we'll know more once the pad come on tomorrow. Those will be, that's when y'all know what your linebackers are looking like. That will be when y'all know how well Maji Smith is going to be playing. That's when y'all will know, really a little bit more about the running back room, right? So the guys that need contact in order for you to know how they will perform, you'll know about them this week coming up. We happy football, but we excited about tomorrow. Henny, I got a number for how many Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders make the team. I think it's a set number. I don't think there's any fluctuations or anything. So CD Lamb said they looking for the deep ball. I like that. Hoodlum, what's up with you, my boy? Appreciate you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, man. Thank you. So now that I, played y'all some training camp, footage, let me go through the rest of these updates, because not all of them are good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never been a liar. Nope, that's not it. That's from the other day. Okay, so this is about John. This is John Machota. Make sure y'all give him a follow on Twitter if y'all have not. But they talked to tight end Luke Schoonmaker. He isn't sure when he'll be back, as a full participant in practice, but he's hoping in the next couple of weeks. He said he got a PRP shot after minicamp that helped with his issue. So, in regards to Luke Schoonmaker, he has a partial tear to his plantar fascia. It is a more challenging foot injury than a complete tear. Still, he is optimistic. He said, it's been good. I'm just taking up a good pace. Hopes to resume practice in the next week or two. But that's a lot of time to be missing, man. A week or two, you're going to be playing a preseason game. In a week or two, you're going to be playing a preseason game. So, I am concerned. I don't know how long this injury is going to take him to heal. I'm not sure when he'll be back and able, and able to participate. But, that's crazy. And, this is something that he brought with him from college. Eastside Herald said a rookie getting a PRP shot, that's something a 10-year vet gets. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, get back soon, bro. Like I said, and listen, y'all know how I feel about that boy. I definitely feel the Dallas Cowboys made a mistake drafting a tight end in the second round, but I still want him to be successful. I am a guy that always want to be proven wrong. I was wrong about Tyler Smith, and I'm happy I was wrong about Tyler Smith. I've been wrong plenty of times, and I hope to continue to be wrong about players. Yeah, I want to continue to be wrong about players. So, I hope that Luke has a speedy recovery. Pray all is well with the boy. Yeah, bingo, man. He's on the team now, so no use in crying over spilled milk. Just gotta hope that the boy is able to be healthy and successful. That's my hope for all the players on the team. He said Schoonmaker got tender feet. Damn. Yeah, you hate to hear it, man. You really hate to hear anything about a plantar fascia, especially after what was going on with Amari Cooper. Yeah, he called the boy tenderfoot. I know. All right, so that's the update on Schoonmaker. On the scale, and listen, on the scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna ask y'all people. How concerned are y'all with the Lou Schoonmaker injury? Scale of 1 to 10, because it's really gonna be hard for him to even be tight end 2. If he keep letting these guys get these reps ahead of him. How can he come in and take somebody else's job when? Yeah, exactly. But this is the thing. How can he end the season tight end 2 when the 2 guys ahead of him already got a year experience? Shit, Miss Regina Green said trade the man. Ooh wee. IROC said about a 6. Spike 23 said hope Martin retire. You sound like a hater. On an 8, he said McKeon been making waves. We'll see. McKeon been here for a long time. He said Fan in the mix. I still think they're listen, let me ask y'all, where have they been playing Fan at? Has Fan been getting snaps at fullback, or he been with the tight end room? That's what I want to know. Where have they been utilizing Fan at? Yo, John Jones, what's up with you, my boy? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. He said both. Jerry Jones wasted a 2nd round pick on an injured player. Shaking my head. I ain't gonna say that just yet. I'm at least get the kid time to get on the field. McKeon has been on the team like Dalton Schultz was not saying he will turn out like him. Cowboys should get the running back from the Colts. We'll talk about it real quick. So Jonathan Taylor has requested a trade. Y'all know that he is the dynamic playmaker, playmaking running back for the Indianapolis Colts. Only has a year left on his deal. Then he'll need another contract. Should the Dallas Cowboys trade for him? It depends. It depends on it just depends on what the asking price will be. Because right now the Dallas Cowboys already have a running back on their team that they need to give a contract to. Dallas Cowboys have shown they're not even willing to pay guys. They just cut Ezekiel Elliott. They ended up franchise tagging Tony Pollard, and then the very next year after you get Jonathan Taylor, you have to turn around and give him a contract. So it really will depend on how much they give him, and if they can lock him up long term. Because I can't see them giving up like a 2nd or a 3rd or something like that for a player that they probably won't re-sign. So it'll have to be like a Brandon Cooks. Stephon Gilmore to kind of trade in order for that to happen for the Dallas Cowboys. He said Armstrong for Taylor. If they do it, If they're willing to do it, then make it happen. Yep. Only a year left, so it's like I said, it's just gonna be dependent on the asking price of the Colts. No, if the Colts aren't trying to get away with highway robbery, then they might be able to make something happen. But what do y'all think? Would y'all like having Jonathan Taylor? But listen, I think he's a great running back. I think he's a fantastic running back. I definitely can see him, making an impact for the Dallas Cowboys. I can see him being a 3-down back. Like, he's great. But, I just don't see the Dallas Cowboys being open to making any kind of move like that. Yeah, he's easily a top 10 running back in National Football League right now. It said DC4L 757. We in here. Hey, y'all make sure y'all drop sixes in the chat. So if you post anything, make sure you post 6 of them. We're practicing manifestation, man. We're gonna manifest this 6th title. What you go get Dalvin Cooks, of course. I am open to improving my team in any manner that I can, whether it be signing a free agent, whether it be bringing in, or trading for a player, I don't mind. So I'm open to bringing in Dalvin Cooks. I am open to bringing in Dalvin Cooks. Give him. Because I already know the player that I get rid of him for. Get rid of Ronald Jones. Like, Ronald Jones is the guy that has proven that he is not up to par anymore. It's all good. Hit that live button, Desmond Ironman. Will take Taylor over Cook all day. But listen, a lot of times it doesn't necessarily come down to who you take over who. The sixes are for the 6th title that we're gonna win. We're manifesting that 6th title. Right? So I need nothing but 6s. I need y'all to drop 6s in here. You can put 6 stars. You can put 6 championships. You can put 6 trophies. You can put 6 whatever. You can put 6 slapping emojis, because we're going to slap the Eagles 6 times and win this 6th title. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're practicing manifestation. JJ the Mind, what's the good news, brother? Nobody cares about Jalen Carter. He is an Eagle. He talks shit and eats shit. When you talk that much shit, you obviously have to eat shit, in order for that shit to come back out your mouth. So, ain't nobody worried about Jalen Carter. He's a kid. He's young. He just wants to be a part of the rivalry. He's going to line up, get tore out the frame, by Zach Martin or one of the guards that we got. He's not going to have any impact on the game. They're going to lose, and he's going to look stupid. He said, I started a YouTube channel. I would like to hop on the show with you and talk some boys football in person now. We'll work something out, man. We will work something out. Then make sure you DM, like, are you on my Twitter or something? Are you on Twitter? If so, then DM me. DM me. We can set up. We can schedule a day or time or something, man. Let's say broker. Okay. He's gonna get mad and cause penalties. But every time an Eagle player talks shit when they play us, they be a no-show. That's usually how it works. Man, do that. Philly fans get 6 hot dogs. Yeah, 6 glizzies for the Eagles, man. Steele and Biotis are free agents next year. True. Yes, they are. It's the same. It's still Hennythemoor. It's Hennythemoor on Twitter. Or is it? Let me make sure. Yeah, HTM Sports. If you put the @ sign Moore Henny MOORHENNY, you'll be able to find me. Yeah, Eastside in here talking crazy. Eastside been in here talking crazy, hood. All right, so let's see. Is there any other news I want to give y'all, good people? Oh, this is something to watch for. So there is something else y'all might want to watch for going forward. Will Greer was taking some snaps with the second team offense. So, it might, hey, listen, I am not saying that he's going to take Cooper Rush's job, but he might take Cooper Rush's job. B Bird, what's up with you, man? They've been tapping in and showing love. So they are at least looking at Will Greer, to take over. He's getting second team snaps. And, to double back down on what I've been saying about what I want from my backup quarterback. I need my backup quarterback to look like the great value version of my starting quarterback. Right? If you order Dak Prescott off of Wish, if you order a Dak Prescott off of Temu or any of these other sites, my backup quarterback need to be that knockoff janky thing that pulls up. Yeah. And listen, Will Greer is a mobile quarterback. He's a mobile playmaking quarterback. Yep. League has mandated teams carry 3 quarterbacks. The third quarterback, does not have to currently take up a roster spot. So listen. But, he is getting, reps with the second team, not the third team right now. So again, this is early. It's early on, not a guarantee that he's able to supplant Cooper Rush for that spot, because Cooper Rush has won. He has 5 wins as a starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. He won a game in 2021, and of course he won, 4 games in Dak Prescott's absence this year. So I think they feel very comfortable with Cooper Rush, as the backup quarterback, which I understand. But if you could bring Will Greer along, who's younger, right? If I'm not mistaken, Will Greer is a younger quarterback than Cooper Rush. Let me double check that though. When did Will Greer get drafted? He's 28. Okay, how old is Cooper Rush? Yeah, he is slightly younger than he is slightly younger than Cooper Rush. But Cooper Rush is 29. I think he turns 30 this year, and currently Will Greer is 28. So you never know. But listen, we'll know a lot more about that position battle in preseason. Because that's definitely a position that has to be won and lost in preseason. He said Rush had a fine 2022. Riddle me this, Batman. How's he on the hot seat? May not be on the hot seat, but the Dallas Cowboys always have open competition for their backup quarterback role. And if he's losing the competition, he can lose his job. That's just the way of the world. If they feel that Will Greer can give them a better, a guy that can run the offense better, they will go with him. But again, that is something that will be determined in preseason more than it will training camp. There's a lot of people that believe Will Greer could have won the job last offseason had he not gotten injured. But we will see. He said, I've been good. And if they don't put Turp on the field to do some damn crossovers on these suckers, I would be flipping the Eagle fan on this damn head. Hey man, he was out there going crazy. I know a lot of y'all were probably, looking at Brandon Cooks on that clip I played, but Turpin, took away Kelvin Joseph's ACLs, his knees, his ankles. He took all that shit with him. He juked that boy so clean. He said, looking for a big season. Hey, shout out to B Bird for the $5 super chat, man. He said, looking for a big season. Big Mike can finally be the head coach. We got players/mentors that these players needed in Cooks and Gilmore, and we got a grown OC. Hey, we definitely got somebody that's not trying to, petition to get a job somewhere, right? Brian Schottenheimer been around the league 100 times over. He been there, done that. Mike McCarthy already, has a reputation of being a good play caller and a quarterback whisperer. So all they got to do is be themselves. They ain't got to do nothing out the ordinary. They just got to show up, and show, that they still got it. Kellen Moore is a guy that was trying to make a name for himself. He was a guy that was trying to, get a head coaching job at one point. So listen, I understand it. Everybody wants the ball. Everybody wants to be the man. But shoot, these guys are already made men in their field. They're already made men in their field. It said the original people said, what Jerry lied about again more. I'm late, fam. It's all good, man. He was lying about Zach Martin. He said that he can't give Zach Martin an extension because he needs to pay Micah Parsons. He needs to pay Micah Parsons and and other players going forward. We already know that if you extend Zach Martin, you've saved $10 million next year. So you actually get more money to sign a player that you say you need to sign. That what he was lying about, the original people. He said, Henny, tell me you listened to the OC interview yesterday. This dude sounds like a real OC and know what he's talking about, bro. I did. I seen his interview. I seen them talk to CeeDee Lamb a little bit earlier. So I seen the comments and I'm ready. Like I'm real ready for the season. Really, September can't get here fast enough, man. It's really almost August at this point. August is what? How many days away? 2 days. Oh shit. Speaking of that, man, I'm glad you brought that up. You only got 3 days to get y'all raffle entries in. If you want to participate, this is your final opportunity to win the tickets. So I'm shutting this down on August the 1st. I'm gonna draw the winner on the 2nd. So go ahead and get your raffle entries in while you still can, and then of course make sure that y'all tune in for the drawing show. Let's see what else did they say on here. Are there any practice? No, they are off Sundays. They practice every day except for Sunday. So this is their off day. They get to parlay and relax, and then they be right back at it tomorrow. They'll be right back at it tomorrow. All right. B-Bird says, shout out to B-Bird for the other $2 super chat. He said, Cook, Turpin, and Tolbert speed will scare safeties. It definitely will. And listen, it's gonna be real hard. Yes, pass come on tomorrow, Mr. Rouser. Pass come on tomorrow. It's like we'll go to sleep tonight and wake up on September. I know, but yeah. But listen, when you got speed like that, it's gonna be very hard to have a single high safety look, against the Dallas Cowboys. You got Turp out there, that has that 4.2 speed. Cook still runs a 4.3. Brent, Tony Pollard's a 4.3 guy. Tolbert a 4.4 guy. So you got a lot of speed out there. It will be hard, to stay in a single high safety look. And if you continue to stay in a two high safety look with two safeties back, it will open up more opportunities to run the ball. Here's a Tom Landry tradition. He said, feel it. Okay. He said Dak Prescott, 2 playoff win, 9 years. He's not top 10. Baker Mayfield has 1 playoff win. Darren Lewis. And you came out of left field with that. We weren't even talking about Dak Prescott. So I need you to come in here and, I need you to calm down. One, let's throw this out there. Hold on. And dog, Dak Prescott only played 7 years so far. This is only going to be his 8th season. Right? He had the same exact playoff record going into his 8th season as Peyton Manning. He actually has more playoff wins than Drew Brees at the same point of his career. So I need y'all to get off the gas and stop talking crazy. At least come in here and say some stuff, with actual statistics and numbers to back it. Yeah, y'all be tweaking. Yeah, that man came here talking about Dak not top 10. First and foremost, Dak ain't even played 9 seasons. Then he actually has more playoff wins than the guy that you try to throw out there. And he also has the same amount of playoff wins as Peyton Manning at the same point of his career. He actually has better statistics than Peyton Manning at the same point. Has more yards, better completion percentage, same amount of playoff wins and losses. So he's fine. He's fine. And you said all that just to say, hey, Dak Prescott is top 10 in league history in career completion percentage, passer rating, touchdown to interception ratio, and regular season win percentage. He's actually top 25 in that regard for regular season wins. So yeah, ain't nobody tripping about what you're talking about. You came in trying to troll and didn't know what the hell you're talking about, but it's all good. He said they listen to Skip and Shannon. Yeah, just pray for him, man. One day they will learn football. He said, does he want the stairs or the window? I don't know. Y'all can shoot him. When people be loud and wrong, we're going to talk bad to them. Then we're going to shoot them in the head. So, everybody got a wrench. You can go ahead and tune his ass up if you want to. He ready blew away by me or one of the mods. Thank y'all. Hey, I say, whack stupid people. Hey, listen, we weren't even talking about Dak Prescott. For somebody to come in here and try to have a Dak Prescott not top 10 discussion while we're in the middle of talking about some more pressing shit, like they don't add anything to the conversation. Go ahead, shoot them in the head and move on with it. Eastside, you don't get shot. So it's not nice. You lucky you my boy. You lucky you my boy. I ain't let the goons get you. But nah, man. What the hell are we talking about? Because I know we done segued like 30 times at this point. I got distracted by the hating. I need to stop doing that. I'm pretty sure they do, but he good. As much as Eastside troll, he really is a closet Dallas Cowboys fan. He here too much. He is here entirely too much not to be a Dallas Cowboys fan. Also, B Bird, you were $3 away from having a raffle entry and having an opportunity to win a Dallas Cowboys tickets. So salute to you. Bill Belichick spoke directly to Stephen Jones for insight and evaluation of the former 2-time NFL rushing champion Ezekiel Elliott before inviting the running back to the meeting. So, they cut the man, but at least they gave him a glowing review You know what I'm saying? At least they, gave him a good reference. They gave him a very good reference, and that was one of the factors in him getting an invite out there. He said a few times he's gonna blow Cuz away. Hey, he with me though, man. East side is a lot of things, but East side cool. East side cool. So hey, I ain't tripping. Exactly. Someone East side loves as a Cowboy fan. There's no way he loves being the Cowboys content the way he do. You were talking about defense trying to stop. Thank you. Yeah, I was talking about the speed on the Dallas Cowboys team being a problem. Because like I said, if you stay in a single high safety look against those guys, when you got multiple guys with sub 4.4 speed, it's going to be an issue trying to contain them. Because that's a single high safety with 1-on-1 across the board. Somebody's going to win, and that's not factoring in the fact you're going to force a lot of 1-on-1s with CD Lamb in the slot or CD Lamb wherever you decide to line him up by having if you stay in a single high safety look. So I like it. He said, "I don't feed the trolls. I snipe them." We got to do what we got to do. They said, "I'm $3 away from what? I've never been to another team's message board nor content creator." Hey, man. So, hey, East Side, not East Side, but B Bird, you just got yourself a raffle entry to win the Dallas Cowboys ticket. If you didn't know, I've been doing a ticket raffle for the last 2 months. The first place winner is going to get a ticket to the Dallas Cowboys game against the Philadelphia Eagles in December at AT&T Stadium. So, you'll have a seat attached to that and you can kick back, relax. The second place winner is going to receive a ticket to the same game for standing room. And then the third place winner is either going to win a PlayStation 4 or a Dallas Cowboy jersey. So you just got an entry to win that. Darren Lewis. We're not even talking about that. I'm not finna sit here and have a quarterback discussion with you when we're talking about some different shit. You can go to one of them Dak Prescott hate forums and you can talk about how Dak Prescott ain't shit there with the rest of the guys that don't know what they're talking about. We're up here having real actual football conversations in regards. Bet. He said if you win, I'm gonna give it back. If you win, just donate it to somebody. It's yours to do. It's yours to do what you want to do with it. You might have a loved one, that wants to go to the game. You might make somebody's day. So if you win it, it's yours. You can donate it, do whatever you want with it. But yeah, man, listen, we're not gonna segue from the entirety of the show. Yeah, listen, we're not gonna segue from what we talk about in the show to talk about what Dak is and ain't. That's goofy. You could have asked a question about anything else. We were up here talking about formations. We were out here talking about play design. We were out here talking about what our wide receivers can do in this new offense. We were out here talking about training camp rumors. We were talking about all this stuff. You want to talk about Dak Prescott? Thank you, Bruce. Because we ain't finna do that. I would understand, if there was a Dak Prescott conversation. Why the hell you talk about Dak Prescott? We talk about something else. Grow up. Our new wide receiver we got, think of his name. Let me see what she said. Our new wide receiver we got, think of his name, but we got them from the talk about Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks is great. He's great. So let's see. I'm trying to see if we got anything else in the agenda for today. If not, back to what we were talking about, Henny. Who worries about them? We off script. Let's go, man. Indeed. Say they love to do these. Like that. Okay. But nah. But listen, we were talking about Ezekiel Elliott. It's gonna be weird as hell, dog, if he actually signs with somebody not named the Dallas Cowboys. Like I'm concerned. I'm not concerned about, having to play him or anything, but it just doesn't feel right. And I still feel there is a place for Zeke on this team. I still feel short yardage, third down back, proven pass blocker. I think that you can use that skill set. Right, a lot of the things that people were upset about with Ezekiel Elliott was monetary, and he's not making any kind of money. He won't make any kind of money with you now. So if the money is the only issue, then it is what it is. Bring him back. You still have question marks at running back too. So you get in here in training camp. Once the pad comes on, these guys don't look good. You should have went ahead and brought them in. I'm following Zeke regardless of where he plays. I said I got love for Zeke. Yo, Philly, what's up, my brother? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the channel, my boy. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like and share button for your boy on the way into the building, man. Yeah, I'm concerned. I'm not concerned about Zeke lining up against us. Like I said, we'll play him if he signed with the Patriots. I think we can neutralize him. I don't think their passing game is good enough, to take pressure off of the running game. It's gonna be a lot to ask of Stevenson and Zeke to try to come to Dallas and beat us, right? Because they don't got real great offensive personnel right now. So I think regardless, if he does sign with the Patriots, I think we beat them. But I just don't want to see Zeke in another jersey. I hope they have two running backs in the back, Deuce, Malik, and TP on the field at the same time, more often than none, having threats on the field. I'm down with whatever. And we got to factor in they do want to play with a fullback they do want to play with a fullback at times sometimes. Right. So I could see Hunter Luepke, being like a sneaky short yardage back. I could see different things like that happening. But yeah, man, let's move to Q&A. It's been about an hour and 30 almost. So let's move to Q&A, then we're going to depart from here, man. Well, listen, I don't think he'll sign with the Eagles. I don't think he signed with anybody outside the East. The stable of running backs for the Commanders already set. Philadelphia already has all the running backs they want. The Giants brought back Saquon, and they brought another guy in. So, I don't think there's any team in the NFC East that would want to sign Zeke right now. To me, I feel we can have all kinds of mismatches with the speed and talent we acquire, bro. We nice. I agree. And that's sort of the point of having a West Coast system. Mike McCarthy has spoken a lot of times, about getting the ball into the hands of his playmakers, right? He talked about all these scenarios, talk about him having plays drawn up for these individual playmakers and how he wants to get them the ball. So, I do believe Mike McCarthy will continue to move CeeDee Lamb around the field. I think he'll get a lot of slot work. I think that he'll still be a deep threat for you at times. I still believe that the Dallas Cowboys will utilize all their passing playmakers more often than what you would see with Kellen Moore. And believe me, it would not have taken 4 years for Mike McCarthy to use Tony Pollard. It would not have taken the second year for Mike McCarthy to use Kavonte Turpin. We all were unhappy, with how often Kellen Moore utilized these playmakers that he had. We were unhappy with Tony Pollard not getting on the field when he first came in. We were unhappy, with Kavonte Turpin not really being involved in the offense last year. Yeah, CD better go crazy. CD Lamb, Brandon Cooks, them guys, they're gonna eat. So y'all keep putting y'all questions in the chat box, man. Go ahead, drop your questions, man. We're gonna do the Q&A, then we're gonna rock it. We're gonna depart from here. Is the Patriots Zeke? I hope he has a good day on the Philadelphia. Oh, Darren Lewis. He says that Kirk Cousins and Dak Prescott are the same. I don't have time for this. And you are hating because nobody asked you any of this. Matter of fact, Darren, I'm just going to block you from the page. We don't need you around here. Don't even worry about it. Hold that thought. Because I asked you to change the subject like 30 times and you still came in here talking about Dak Prescott. So I tell you what, since you can't stay on task, you know, you don't need to be up here on this channel. So don't even worry about it. I'm going to escort you out permanently. Give me 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. Don't even worry about it. Boom, boom, boom. Go to channel. There you go. All right. Now you're off of there. It's all good. I went ahead and put the permanent hit on them. You try to give people, you know, you try to give people opportunities, but you know, it's lazy. It's low hanging fruit. Dak Prescott and Kirk Cousins don't even play the same. Like you would have to completely exclude Dak Prescott's rushing production to make the comparison to Kirk Cousins. The last time I checked, Dak Prescott has 26 rushing touchdowns for his career. Dak Prescott has a better record against winning teams than Kirk Cousins. Dak Prescott has a better overall record against teams in general than Kirk Cousins. Right? Dak Prescott has more playoff wins than Kirk Cousins. Dak Prescott has more wins in prime time than Kirk Cousins. It's low-hanging fruit. Like you can really just go and dissect the different things. When you look at, you know, EPA while under pressure, Dak Prescott is better, right? And listen, Kirk Cousins they make Kirk Cousins sound like he's horrible. Like Kirk Cousins just made a Pro Bowl selection, right? Just made his 4th Pro Bowl selection. Due for over 30 touchdowns, over 4,000 yards again. He just said that because he heard it from Colin Cowherd. Yep. Yeah, ain't nobody finna keep arguing with folks. And I'm sure I asked him like 30 times not to keep bringing up Dak Prescott. We're not even talking about that. You just want to go somewhere and hate on Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott was not mentioned. He was not mentioned at all today. So yeah, that's real goofy. But anyway, the original people that ate, lie, hell, the whole Jason Garrett tree has us this way for 14 plus years. That's the truth. Yeah, I agree with that. I saw a lot of slants, crosses, and pick plays, bro, in practice for screens. Man, when the last time you seen a screen? It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen an effective screen. We tried to run screens. It didn't work out too well. When you act a fool in class, your teacher will ask you to leave. People who want to learn can't learn. Yeah, we up here trying to have actual football conversations, and folks want to talk about quarterbacks. If your understanding of the game, is so limited to the scope of one singular player on a 53-man roster, then you got to up your game. Because we've seen good quarterbacks fall short because of play calling. We've seen bad quarterbacks be elevated by the players around them and the scheme, right? So it's more than just quarterback play. It is much more than quarterback play. And even then, you can't ignore Dak Prescott's overall numbers. You know what I'm saying? You can't ignore the fact you can't ignore the fact that he has these records and has these milestones that he's reaching. Matter of fact, he's going to hit another milestone week 1. He's going to become just the second player in NFL history to get 25,000 passing yards and 1,500 rushing yards within their first 100 games. I mean, I would much rather have somebody like Turp or Tony Pollard, receive the screen. Now that we got Brandon Cooks, I definitely let Brandon Cooks be one of my screen guys. But yeah, it's a lot more opportunities for Dak Prescott, to get some easy throws, get some easy completions. Like, I would love for Dak Prescott to throw a 5-yard slant and it turn to a touchdown. I would love for him, to throw a dump off and it turns into a 30-yard game. That's some of the things that allow that speed allows you. It allows you to run these screens. It allows you, to have these pick routes and get guys open that can actually hit their head on the goalpost. Yeah, because listen, it doesn't always have to be a dynamic throw, tight coverage. He had to fit it in there for like, man, give your quarterback some layups sometimes. Everything ain't got to be a step back 3, right? If we're just using the basketball analogy, you don't always got to go out there and shoot a step back 3 or fadeaway. Sometimes the best way to get your guy rolling is a simple little layup. Get you a layup, get you a dunk. You feel good about yourself. So yeah, that's the way I feel about it. Give your quarterback some easy ones and ease them into some of the tougher throws over the course of a game. Simple pass comes simple pass into the quarterback, find his hot hand. Yeah, and listen, I know people don't talk about this all the time, but there are scenarios where a quarterback does not put it together in the game. Like, it's okay to have bad games. Like, some there might be a week that Dak Prescott just don't have it. Let's keep it real. Everybody has bad games. Tom Brady has went out there and thrown 3 interceptions in the game before. Right? Tom Brady has had horrible games before, and he's the GOAT. So it's not logical to think over the course of a 17-game season that Dak Prescott is not going to look human at some points. You have to have an infrastructure in place in order to still win football games when your quarterback ain't got it. Kobe Bryant, there was a game where Kobe Bryant, barely scored. Like, there have been games where Kobe Bryant been held in check. I seen LeBron James, only score 8 points in a finals game before. You know what I mean? So, like, you have games where you don't put it together. But that should not be the only reason you don't win games. There's 10 other guys on offense. You mean to tell me, that you can't find a way to get the ball into CeeDee Lamb's hand without Dak Prescott having to complete a difficult pass? You mean to tell me you can't, put Tony Pollard in space, to give him an opportunity to make a play? You mean to tell me you can't scheme a way for Turpin to be open and get a chance to try and win a foot race to the end zone? There are things you can do, and they're not really that complex in order to still have, a good offense when your quarterback's a little off or your quarterback ain't feeling. That's good play calling. That's great. That's great play calling. It's too easy. What's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the channel. And I know people don't talk about this at all. Joe Burrow was horrible. He was horrible against the Tennessee Titans. And they still found a way to win that game because the defense stepped up. That man did not account for a single touchdown. So, yeah, man. You can, but it takes, you got to have a good play caller. You got to have a good play call to get to let that happen. But yo, man, been over here for an hour and 36. I'm probably gonna go live later on. I'm sure Wes, be down to do a show later on. But I thank y'all for tapping in, showing love to the liquor store. On the way out, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, that share button. Damn, man, I hate to hear that. Hope all is well, over that way, my brother. Hope all is well over that way. But yeah, man, I'm out. I've been on here for an hour and 37. It's all good, man. Just watch the rewind, and your boy will be back. Probably later on today. But I appreciate y'all for everything. Hit that like, hit that share. Slap that Eagles fan, hit that cash app, hit that super chat. Y'all know how we operate over here, man. Let our guys get the ball early. All that drop back and passing, every pass is crazy to me more when we watch some of the greats come down, strike the defense. True. He said, I'm good. I do armed security. Once I found out he was an Eagles fan, I didn't care. Y'all so damn crazy. But yeah, thank y'all for y'all time, man. I'm going to rock with y'all later on. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Peace. God bless. And I'll see y'all.